guys, welcome back to the Laker family, where the Lakers win back-to-back games against the San Antonio Spurs. They win 109 to 103 in a tight one. And I want to say it was a tight one, mostly due to the poor refereeing in this game. I'm not going to absolve the Lakers completely, but for the most part, this game was tight because of the poor refereeing tonight. I don't know whether it was because the refs felt a need to cater up to what's his name, Greg Popovich. After he got ejected the first game against us, he felt like he wasn't getting some calls or whatnot, and ended up getting ejected. I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but whatever the reason is, the game was completely one-sided when it came down to refereeing. I mean, my God. How many times did y'all see Kyle Kuzma get these old cheap ticky-tack foul calls? One he got on, they called him when he's playing defense against DeMar DeRozan, and DeMar DeRozan did a little step back mid-range. Kyle Kuzma was nowhere near him. They gave him a phantom call on that. How many times did y'all see Dennis Schroeder get mugged on his way to the rim with no foul calls, but yet on the other end they called Dennis Schroeder for everything possible that was just blatant phantom calls? I like, my God, like every time you look around, it was a whistle being blown in favor of the Spurs. If anybody has two pair of eyes and watched the game like I did, whether you were a Spurs fan or a Lakers fan, you have to unbiasedly agree that the refereeing was that poor. It was that poor. So do better, refs. Please do better. With that being said, I like that my team did not let that poor refereeing deter them, and it always feels even better when the cards are kind of stacked against you and you still pull out a win. You still scrap and claw your way to a win to prove that you're just that good. You know, you can try to cheat all you want. We still gonna claw and because we're just that talented. So the Lakers showed that tonight. They showed great poise. They did not, let the referees take them out of their game. They didn't. Nobody got ejected. None of that. They kept their poise, their composure. Yes, they had to open up their mouth on a couple of bad calls, but who doesn't? Who's not going to get frustrated like that after that many poor calls? LeBron James, great game, triple-double. I think he had like 26, 11, and 10. His only negative was I felt he settled too much for the three-point shot. But other than that, he stayed aggressive. He stayed in attack mode. He made great reads down the stretch of the game. He found THT wide open for three-point range, and the boy knocked it down in a clutch. So great game overall for LeBron James. I love that attack mode that he stayed with. Anthony Davis as well. Same thing goes for him. Monster game from Anthony Davis tonight. He did not let a couple of shots here or there deter him from staying aggressive, like I had been seeing the game before, and a couple of games before this. He would kind of, if he missed two in a row, he would just kind of go missing, and I guess lose a little bit of confidence or something, or whatever the case may be. He did not let that deter him tonight. He stayed aggressive, and that's how he ended up with a monster stat line with that 34 points. I think it was like 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. He hasn't been quite as good in the block department this year, and that can be a contribution of many things. It's too early in the season to speculate on why this and why that, but he was more adept at blocking the ball last year. I don't know if he's just trying to ease his way back into the beginning of this season. Who knows? But other than that, monster game from Anthony Davis tonight. And that's what I want to see going forward from him. Dennis Schroeder's Mr. Consistency. That should be his nickname for this season because he is Mr. Consistency. Stays high paced. He gives us that extra element that we've always been longing for as Laker fans at the point guard position. We can slow it down with LeBron James, in the half court if we need to, and then if we need to pick up the pace, Dennis Schroeder is right there to push it up to an up-tempo offense. So we can play many different styles with Dennis Schroeder, and that's what I like about him. Montrezl Harrell, I think this is like his third game in a row. He's kind of been somewhat of a non-factor. Not concerned fully yet. Yes, he's undersized, but Montrezl Harrell is Montrezl Harrell. I expect him to pick his level of play back up going forward. I don't think he's injured. I don't think nothing's hampering him. We just got to see him get back to what those first 3 games, how he started the season with those monster numbers. Him and Dennis Schroeder, the 2 new additions, they were looking like straight all-stars. We need Montrezl Harrell to get back to that level of play. The defense, it's still a work in progress. It's still a work in progress. Now, we only gave up 103 points, which is better than what we have been doing. I just want to see us tighten that up a little bit more because it seems like for whatever reason, the Lakers always have one unknown player against, on the opposing team. One unknown player that always seems to just have an historic night whenever they play the Lakers. I don't know what it is. It could be Bobby Boucher or whatever from the Raptors or whoever. It seems like they always have like a career night for some reason against the Lakers. I can't explain it. The kid was Keldon Johnson. I think that's what his name was. Just came out shooting lights out. Every time when we get a lead, the kid would knock down some clutch 3-point shot. I'm like, who is this guy? I feel like the Spurs, they might actually play a little bit faster pace without LaMarcus Aldridge in there. It kind of opens up their offense a little bit more. Dejounte Murray can kind of get unleashed a little bit more and cause a little bit more havoc on opposing defenses where versus if you have LaMarcus Aldridge in there, you have to kind of slow down your offense and kind of cater and force feed him there a little bit more. So a different dynamic look that the Spurs brought without LaMarcus Aldridge in there. And they still look like a good team, a good, decent team this year. I don't know about a contending team. I wouldn't go that far, but a well-coached Greg Popovich team. And they fought us hard tonight, so hats off to the Spurs. Yes, they had some help from the refs, but I'm not going to take away from the fact that those youngsters, they did play hard. DeMar DeRozan looks like he's trying to implement a 3-point game, into his repertoire finally. And he looked good. Both the games that he played against us, he looked good from 3. So I don't know if there's just a blip or a trend that's something that he's finally added to his game. All in all, who am I missing? Oh, Kyle Kuzma, decent game tonight. Wasn't bad, wasn't great, but he played. He made some clutch shots in this game. I felt some shots that kept us in the game. And then he had a tip in off of LeBron James' miss at the end. That was huge, too. That kind of kept us with some cushion to go ahead and close the deal out. THT, he didn't have his best game, but he, like I said, he knocked down that clutch 3 that LeBron James gave to him. He made some nice whirly derby spin layup in the lane. That was very beautiful to see. That may be a blessing in disguise that nobody likes a player to get injured. KCP got injured tonight. I believe it was a high ankle sprain. But there's always a blessing in disguise. This may open up more minutes, more opportunity for THT to get more run up under him. He had this wonderful preseason, and it kind of got halted because of whether it was early foul trouble or him just not getting enough minutes to really produce. This may be his time to shine and get out there and grab the bull by the horn, show the coaching staff what you got during real regular season minutes. Make them, you have to force them to reward you minutes during this time that KCP may be out. I think the way he fell, he may be out for longer than a week or 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. THT needs to take this time to represent, just ball out, so look out for that. Other than that, man, a great win, great win I felt from the Lakers, mostly in part because they overcame very atrocious refereeing tonight. So good job, kudos Lakers. I think we have the Memphis Grizzlies coming up on Sunday. Should be an easy win, should be, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see y'all then. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to help your boy grow. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.